Life has a way of testing us, doesn't it? We set out on a journey full of hope and determination, only to find ourselves facing obstacles that seem insurmountable. In those moments, when our strength wavers and doubt creeps in, we must remember why we started. Every one of us has a spark within, a dream, a goal, a vision of what we could become. It's that spark that ignited our journey in the first place. But along the way, we encounter challenges that threaten to extinguish that flame. The road gets tough, the climb seems too steep, and we start to question if we're cut out for this after all. You are stronger than you think. You have more potential than you realize, and the very fact that you started this journey is proof that you have what it takes to see it through. Think back to the moment you decided to embark on this path. What was it that drove you? What was that burning desire that made you take that first step? Was it a better life for your family? Was it the pursuit of a passion that set your soul on fire? Or was it the deep-seated belief that you were meant for something greater? Whatever it was, that reason still exists. It's still there, buried beneath the layers of doubt and fatigue. And it's waiting for you to uncover it, to let it fuel you once again. Success isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about who you become on the journey. Every obstacle you overcome, every setback you push through, every moment of weakness you conquer. These are the things that shape you, that mold you into the person you're meant to be. I once knew a man named Tom. Tom was in his mid-40s when he decided to start his own business. He had a comfortable job, a steady paycheck, but he felt unfulfilled. He knew he had more to offer the world, so he took the leap. He invested his savings, poured his heart and soul into his new venture. For the first year, things were tough, really tough. There were nights when Tom would sit at his kitchen table, bills piled high, wondering if he'd made a terrible mistake. He felt weak, discouraged, ready to throw in the towel. But then he'd look at the photo of his kids on the fridge. He'd remember the promise he made to himself and to them, to show them that it's never too late to chase your dreams. That was why he started, and that's what kept him going. Tom pushed through those tough times. He worked harder than he ever had before. He learned, he adapted, he persevered, and you know what? 2 years later, his business was thriving. He had created something from nothing, something he could be proud of. But more than that, he had become someone he could be proud of, someone who didn't give up when things got tough, someone who showed his children what it means to pursue your passion with everything you've got. That's the power of remembering why you started. It's not just about reaching a goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who achieves goals, the kind of person who faces challenges head on and comes out stronger on the other side. Growth is never easy, but I promise you it's worth it. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Every obstacle overcome is a victory, and every moment of weakness conquered is strength gained. Weakness isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. It shows you where you need to grow, where you need to focus your efforts. Embrace those moments of weakness, for they are the signposts pointing you toward your own greatness. When you feel weak, that's precisely when you need to dig deep. That's when you need to reconnect with your why, because your why is more powerful than any obstacle, any setback, any moment of doubt. Your why is the fuel that will keep you going when everything else tells you to stop. It's the light that will guide you through the darkest tunnels. It's the voice that will whisper, "Keep going," when every fiber of your being wants to give up. So, how do we tap into this power? How do we keep our why at the forefront of our minds, especially when things get tough? First, we need to clearly define our why. Take a moment right now to think about it. What is it that drives you? What is that deep-seated reason behind your goals and dreams? Write it down. Make it concrete. Make it real. Next, we need to make our why visible. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. Write it on your mirror. Set it as your phone wallpaper. create a vision board that represents your why in images and words. Surround yourself with reminders of why you started this journey in the first place. But it's not enough to just see it. You need to feel it. Every day, take a few minutes to connect with your why. Close your eyes and visualize it. Imagine how it will feel when you achieve your goals. Let that feeling wash over you, energize you, motivate you. Create a why statement, a short, powerful phrase that encapsulates your reason for pursuing your goals. Something like, I am building a better future for my family, or I am becoming the best version of myself. Make it personal, make it powerful, make it yours. Repeat this statement to yourself every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. Let it be the first and last thought of your day. Let it seep into your subconscious, becoming a part of who you are. Remember, your why isn't static. It can evolve as you grow and change. That's okay. In fact, it's good. It means you're progressing, you're learning, you're becoming more of who you're meant to be. As you progress on your journey, take time to reassess your why. Is it still aligned with who you are and who you want to become? If not, that's okay. Adjust it, refine it, let it grow with you. Your why isn't just about you. Yes, it's personal. Yes, it's your driving force. But the most powerful whys are those that extend beyond ourselves. When we pursue goals that only benefit us, it's easy to give up when things get tough. But when our goals are tied to something bigger, to our families, to our communities, to making a positive impact on the world, that's when we find true, lasting motivation. In life, one should think big. How does your goal, your dream, your journey impact others? How can you use your success to lift others up? How can your growth inspire those around you? When you connect your personal why to a greater purpose, you tap into a wellspring of motivation that never runs dry. Because even on your worst days, even when you feel at your weakest, you know that your efforts matter. You know that your perseverance has a ripple effect that extends far beyond you. Now, I want to share another story with you. This one's about a woman named Nora. Nora was in her 30s, working a dead-end job, feeling stuck and unfulfilled. She had always dreamed of becoming a writer, but life had gotten in the way. She had bills to pay, responsibilities to meet. Writing seemed like a luxury she couldn't afford. But one day, Nora stumbled upon a blog post. It was written by someone who had been in her exact position, someone who had dared to chase their dreams despite the odds. And you know what struck Nora the most? It wasn't the writer's success story. It was the impact that story had on her. Reading that blog post lit a fire in Nora. It made her realize that by pursuing her own dreams, she could inspire others to do the same. That became her why. Not just to become a writer, but to become a beacon of hope for others who felt stuck, who needed that push to chase their own dreams. So Nora started writing. Every day after her shift, she'd sit at her computer and write for an hour. Some days the words flowed easily. Other days it was a struggle to write even a single sentence. But she kept at it, fueled by her why. She started a blog, sharing her journey, the ups, the downs, the struggles, the small victories. And slowly but surely, people started to take notice. Her words resonated with others who were in the same boat. There were times when Nora felt like giving up, times when the rejection letters piled up, when the comments on her blog were few and far between. But in those moments, she'd remind herself of her why. She'd read the messages from people who told her how her words had inspired them, how her journey had given them hope. And you know what? After 2 years of consistent effort, Nora landed a book deal. But more than that, she had built a community of dreamers and doers, all supporting each other and pursuing their passions. Nora's success wasn't just about becoming a published author. It was about the lives she touched along the way. It was about the people she inspired to take that first step towards their own dreams. That's the power of connecting your why to something bigger than yourself. It gives you the strength to push through the tough times because you know your efforts matter. You know you're not just working for yourself, but for all those who might be inspired by your journey. So I ask you, how can your journey inspire others? How can your growth, your success, your perseverance make a difference in someone else's life? That's where you'll find your true strength. That's what will keep you going when you feel weak. This is a very important point, something that often holds us back from fully embracing our why and pushing through the tough times, and that's fear. Fear of failure, fear of disappointment, fear of not being good enough. Fear is natural, it's human. But here's the thing about fear, it's often a sign that you're on the right track. Fear shows up when we're stepping out of our comfort zone, when we're growing, when we're challenging ourselves to be more than we were yesterday. So, the next time you feel fear creeping in, I want you to reframe it. Instead of seeing it as a stop sign, see it as a green light. See it as a signal that you're moving in the right direction. Because the things that scare us are often the things most worth doing. Remember, every great achievement in history was once just a scary idea. Every successful person you admire once stood where you stand now, feeling scared, feeling uncertain, but choosing to move forward anyway. Your why is more powerful than your fear. Your purpose is stronger than your doubts. When fear tells you to stop, let your why propel you forward. In today's world, it's so easy to look at others and feel like we're falling behind. Social media shows us highlight reels of everyone else's lives, making us question our own progress. Your journey is yours alone. Your path is unique. Your why is personal to you. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20 is not only unfair, it's counterproductive. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you making progress? Are you learning? Are you growing? That's what matters. That's what counts. Your why isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. It's about fulfilling your own potential, not living up to someone else's standards. So, the next time you find yourself falling into the comparison trap, gently remind yourself of your why. Reconnect with your purpose. Focus on your own journey, your own growth, your own progress. Now, I want to address something that we all face at some point on our journey: setbacks. Setbacks are not failures. They're not signs that you should give up. They're lessons. They're opportunities for growth. When you encounter a setback, it's easy to feel discouraged. It's easy to question your path, to wonder if you're really cut out for this. But this is precisely when your why becomes most important. In those moments of doubt, of disappointment, of seeming failure, your why is your lifeline. It's what pulls you back up when you've been knocked down. It's what reminds you that this journey is worth it, regardless of the obstacles. So, how do we handle setbacks in a way that aligns with our why? First, we need to change our perspective. Instead of seeing setbacks as roadblocks, see them as detours. They might slow you down, but they don't stop you. They might change your route, but they don't change your destination. Next, we need to extract the lesson from every setback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger, wiser, better equipped for the road ahead? Every setback carries within it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Your job is to find that seed and nurture it. And finally, use setbacks as an opportunity to reconnect with your why. Let them remind you of why you started this journey in the first place. Let them reignite your passion, your determination, your resolve. Remember, it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's about how many times you get back up. And your why is what will always help you get back up, no matter how hard you've been hit. Now, I want to talk about something that's crucial for maintaining your momentum, especially when you're feeling weak: celebrating small wins. It's easy to focus on the big goal, the end result, but the journey to that goal is made up of countless small steps, small victories, small moments of progress. Each of these small wins is a testament to your commitment, your growth, your resilience. They're proof that you're moving forward even if it doesn't always feel like it. So celebrate them. Acknowledge them. Let them fuel you. Did you stick to your plan today despite feeling tired? Celebrate that. Did you learn something new that brings you one step closer to your goal? Celebrate that. Did you face a fear that's been holding you back? Absolutely celebrate that. These celebrations don't have to be big. They can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge your progress, sharing your small win with a friend, or treating yourself to something you enjoy. The important thing is that you recognize and appreciate your own efforts. By celebrating small wins, you create positive momentum. You train your brain to focus on progress rather than perfection. You build confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. And most importantly, you reinforce your why, reminding yourself with each small victory that you're on the right path. When we're pursuing big goals, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant hustle. We push ourselves hard, often at the expense of our physical and mental well. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly pushing yourself to the brink of exhaustion, you're not honoring your why. You're not setting yourself up for long-term success. Your why isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And that includes taking care of yourself along the way. So make self-care a non-negotiable part of your journey. This doesn't mean indulging in laziness or procrastination. It means giving yourself the rest, the nourishment, the mental space you need to show up as your best self every day. It means setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that energize you. Self-care looks different for everyone. Maybe for you it's a daily meditation practice. Maybe it's regular exercise. Maybe it's setting aside time for a hobby you love. Whatever it is, make it a priority. Because when you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to pursue your why with vigor and enthusiasm. Remember, your journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself. Take care of yourself. Your why deserves a healthy, energized, balanced you. The people we spend time with have a profound impact on our mindset, our motivation, our belief in ourselves. Seek out people who support your dreams, who believe in your potential, who push you to be your best self. These are the people who will lift you up when you're feeling weak, who will remind you of your why when you lose sight of it. At the same time, be mindful of those who drain your energy, who discourage you, who try to pull you back into old patterns that no longer serve you. You don't have to cut these people out of your life entirely, but you may need to limit your exposure to their negativity. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you, who make you want to be better. And don't just seek out mentors and role models. Be one yourself. Share your journey with others. Inspire them with your commitment to your why. Because when you lift others up, you lift yourself up too. Consistency is the key to turning your why into tangible results. It's not about making grand gestures or sporadic bursts of effort. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Consistency is what transforms dreams into reality. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you commit to consistent action aligned with your why, you set in motion a powerful force of momentum that can carry you through the toughest challenges. A single drop of water falling on a stone doesn't make a difference. You all know that, right? But over time, that consistent drip can carve through the hardest rock. That's the power of consistency. Each small action you take, each step forward, no matter how insignificant it might seem in the moment, is contributing to your overall progress. But consistency isn't just about action. It's also about mindset. It's about consistently choosing to believe in yourself and your why, even when doubts creep in. It's about consistently reaffirming your commitment to your goals, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what about when I fail to be consistent? What about when I slip up or miss a day? Perfection isn't the goal. Consistency doesn't mean never faltering. It means getting back on track as quickly as possible when you do. If you miss a day, don't let it turn into a week. If you slip up, don't use it as an excuse to give up entirely. Acknowledge the lapse, reconnect with your why, and get right back to it. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. One powerful way to build consistency is through the creation of habits and routines. When you can turn the actions that support your why into habits, they become almost automatic. You no longer have to rely solely on willpower or motivation. You just do them, like brushing your teeth or making your bed in the morning. Start small. Choose one action that aligns with your why and commit to doing it every day for a month. It could be writing for 15 minutes, making one sales call, or spending 10 minutes visualizing your goals. The specific action doesn't matter as much as the consistency with which you perform it. As you build this habit, you'll start to see the compound effect in action. Small, consistent efforts over time lead to significant results. And as you see these results, your belief in your why and your ability to achieve it will grow stronger. In today's world of instant gratification, patience can feel like a lost art. We want results, and we want them now. But real, lasting change, the kind of change that comes from staying true to your why, takes time. Your why is not a destination you reach overnight. It's a journey, a process of becoming, and that process requires patience. Patience with yourself as you learn and grow, patience with the world as opportunities unfold, patience with the natural ebb and flow of progress. When a farmer plants a seed, they don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. They trust in the process. They know that with consistent care and the right conditions, that seed will grow into a bountiful harvest. Your why is that seed. Your consistent actions are the water and sunlight it needs to grow. And your patience is the trust you place in the process, knowing that with time and persistent effort, your why will bear fruit. But patience doesn't mean passivity. It doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen. True patience is active. It's continuing to take action, to learn, to grow, even when you can't see immediate results. It's trusting in your why enough to keep going, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Remember, every overnight success story you've heard about took years of unseen effort. Every sudden breakthrough was the result of consistent work behind the scenes. Your journey is no different. Stay patient, stay committed, and your why will manifest in ways you might not even be able to imagine right now. While consistency and persistence are vital, rigidity can be your downfall. The path to realizing your why is rarely a straight line. It's full of twists and turns, unexpected detours, and surprising opportunities. Being flexible doesn't mean abandoning your why. It means being open to different ways of achieving it. It means being willing to adjust your strategies when something isn't working. It means recognizing that there might be multiple paths to your goal and being open to exploring them. Your why is your destination, and your plans as the route you've mapped out to get there. If you encounter a roadblock on your planned route, you don't give up on reaching your destination. You find an alternate route. The same principle applies to your journey towards your why. Flexibility also means being open to growth and change within yourself. As you progress on your journey, you might discover new aspects of your why that you hadn't considered before. You might find that some of your initial goals no longer align with your evolving values or understanding of what truly matters to you. This is all part of the process. Allow yourself the flexibility to refine and expand your why as you grow. Remember, your why is not a cage that constrains you. It's a compass that guides you. And sometimes, as you gain new perspectives and experiences, that compass might point you in a slightly different. Embracing flexibility also means being kind to yourself when things don't go according to plan. It means understanding that setbacks and failures are not the end of the road, but rather opportunities for learning and growth. It means being able to pivot when necessary without losing sight of your ultimate purpose. Visualization is not just a new age concept. It's a powerful tool used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers in every field. When you vividly imagine yourself living out your why, you create a blueprint in your mind that your subconscious can work towards. Spend time each day visualizing not just the end result of your why, but the process of getting there. See yourself overcoming obstacles, pushing through challenges, growing stronger with each step. Feel the emotions associated with living true to your purpose, the satisfaction, the joy, the sense of fulfillment. This practice does more than just motivate you. It actually primes your brain to recognize opportunities that align with your why. It helps you stay focused on what's truly important, even amidst the daily distractions and minor setbacks that life inevitably throws your way. But don't just visualize the good times. Visualize yourself facing challenges and overcoming them. See yourself staying true to your why, even when things get tough. This mental rehearsal can help you build resilience and prepare you for the obstacles you might face in reality. Remember, your mind doesn't always distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By regularly visualizing yourself living out your why, you're essentially giving yourself repeated experiences of success. This builds confidence and reinforces your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Your why is not just about achieving a specific goal. It's about becoming the person capable of achieving that goal and more. It's about constant evolution and improvement. Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning. Be curious, be hungry for knowledge, seek out new experiences that challenge you and push you out of your comfort zone. Read books, attend seminars, engage in meaningful conversations. Every piece of knowledge you gain, every skill you develop, brings you one step closer to fully embodying your why. Remember, the person you need to be to achieve your goals might not be the person you are right now. And that's okay. Your why is calling you to grow, to evolve, to become more than you currently are. Embrace this process of becoming. Learning also means being willing to admit when you don't know something. It means being humble enough to ask for help, to seek guidance from those who have walked the path before you. Your why doesn't demand that you have all the answers. It simply asks that you be willing to find them. As you learn and grow, you might find that your understanding of your why deepens and expands. You might discover new dimensions to your purpose that you hadn't considered before. This is all part of the journey. Allow your why to evolve as you do. In a world full of noise and distractions, it's easy to get swayed by what others think you should do or who you should be. But your why is uniquely yours. It's an expression of your true self, your deepest values, and your most authentic desires. Staying true to your why means staying true to yourself. It means having the courage to be who you really are, even when it's not popular or understood by others. It means making choices that align with your values and your purpose, even when easier options present themselves. Authenticity requires self-awareness. It requires you to continually check in with yourself. Are your actions truly aligned with your why? Or are you being influenced by external pressures or expectations? Are you pursuing your goals for the right reasons, or have you gotten caught up in chasing someone else's definition of success? Remember, your why is not about impressing others or living up to societal expectations. It's about living a life that's true to you, that fills you with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. When you stay authentic to your why, you'll find that you attract the right opportunities and the right people into your life. Those that truly resonate with who you are and what you stand for. Authenticity also means being willing to be vulnerable. It means being open about your struggles, your fears, your moments of doubt. Because here's the truth. Everyone faces these things. By being authentic about your journey, the ups and the downs, you not only stay true to yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. Remember, when you feel weak, when you feel like giving up, when the road ahead seems too long and too hard, that's when you need to remember why you started. Your why is more than just a goal or a dream. It's a part of who you are. It's the voice inside you that knows you're capable of more. It's the vision of what you can become and the impact you can have on the world. In those moments of weakness, reconnect with that voice. Visualize that vision. Let your why reignite the fire within you. Let it remind you of the strength you possess, the resilience you've built, the growth you've already achieved. Remember Tom and his business? Remember Nora and her writing? They faced moments of weakness too, moments when giving up seemed like the easiest option, but they held onto their why. They let it guide them through the tough times, and it led them to success beyond what they had initially imagined. You have that same power within you. Your why is your North Star, guiding you through the darkest nights. It's your anchor, keeping you steady when the storms of life try to throw you off course. It's your fuel, propelling you forward when your own strength feels depleted. Embrace your why fully. Let it permeate every aspect of your life. Let it inform your decisions, guide your actions, shape your character. Let it be the standard against which you measure your choices and your progress. And remember, your why is not just about you. It's about the impact you can have on the world around you. It's about the lives you can touch, the change you can create, the legacy you can leave behind. When you stay true to your why, you become a beacon of inspiration for others. You show them what's possible when you live with purpose and passion. I want you to make a commitment to your why, to yourself, to the person you're becoming. Commit to showing up every day, even when it's hard. Commit to pushing through the obstacles, learning from the setbacks, celebrating the victories, big and small. Commit to being patient with the process, flexible in your approach, consistent in your efforts. Commit to continuous growth, to authenticity, to vulnerability. Commit to making choices that align with your why, even when they're not the easiest choices to make. And most importantly, commit to remembering why you started, remembering the fire that lit this path, remembering the strength that resides within you, waiting to be unleashed. Your why is calling you to greatness. It's calling you to step into the fullest expression of who you are and what you're capable of. Answer that call. Embrace your why. Let it transform you. Let it guide you to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and impact. Because when you stay true to your why, you don't just change your own life. You change the world around you. You inspire others to find their why. You create a ripple effect of purpose and passion that can transform communities, change industries, and leave a lasting impact on the world. So, the next time you feel weak, remember why you started. Remember the vision that set you on this path. Remember the person you're becoming, the impact you're making, the legacy you're creating. Remember your why. And then, with that remembrance burning bright within you, take the next step, and the next, and the next. Because that's how greatness is achieved. That's how dreams become reality. That's how your why transforms from a spark of inspiration into a blazing fire of achievement.